Hi. So I think an important part of being an administrator is obviously being an instructional leader. And I have seen, a couple administrators unfortunately be really good managers, but it's different being a manager and an instructional leader. And so it is an important part to be both. So with that said, that's really what component 2 is about. And I think it's interesting that the second, one of the choice projects was, being having instructional and leadership meetings and things like that. So one of the projects I did was leading professional development, and that was done through a knee indicator, professional development. A new indicator that we had was 4.1, and so myself and another instructional coordinator were going to lead professional development and 4.1 to every grade level, including the early childhood, including the reading specialist across the entire district. So we did that, and it actually went extremely well. It was a new indicator. The indicator was about rigorous critical thinking, problem solving, and even though that's not obviously a new concept in education, thinking about our teachers using it and using it effectively, I think is it's hard. And it's thinking about planning and lesson delivery, and incorporating that all the time is hard. And then we recently had our map data released, and so all that at once I think is now kind of brought to light the reason why we chose 4.1 and why we are expecting our teachers to have this more rigorous lesson planning and lesson delivery. So with that said, it went extremely well. The professional development, it was very well received. We are seeing more rigorous lesson planning. We're getting lots of questions. They're really great questions. We're seeing them using our lesson, suggestions, and I would say definitely the 4.1 as far as the knee scores have definitely increased as well. So with that said, I think that part of component 2, project 1, went well. So I think some follow-up activities we'll definitely follow up and see at the end of the quarter after cycle 2 how the teachers are doing. We'll look at the scores. I would imagine that 4.1 might still be the lowest. If it's not, we'll do another indicator of professional development. We'll see how it goes. But that's kind of how we manage it as far as administration. So we'll see what we go. The next kind of topic, I think as far as leadership meetings and things like that, I see a wide variety of different leadership teams from district level to at the elementary level. I also went to a couple different other leadership team meetings, data team meetings, different things like that. I think what's interesting at all of them, and a wide variety of information was also submitted at, for example, the student achievement team. We shared our recent map data there, and the parents ask really, really good questions. But I think what I kind of learned from that is that it's important to really consider your audience at all of these different meetings. For example, at our leadership meeting at the elementary level, it's just teachers, and they have a certain expectation for administrators there, while at the leadership team at the student achievement meeting, it was more so the parents. But what's interesting is that you still have some of the same audience members, and so you need to kind of consider that. And so that was interesting. And I think in order to be an effective administrator, you need to make those considerations. As far as the process of curriculum revision, we are still working on that. I'm actually taking a curriculum class also. In my district, we haven't revised curriculum in many years. We are writing it from scratch. So unfortunately, I haven't been a part of that, and I am kind of embarrassed to admit I've been in education for 11 years and I have yet to write curriculum. So here I am writing curriculum with the Fine Arts Department, and I've never written it myself in my life. So I think that's embarrassing to admit. So anyhow, I think I've hit all the points. I think that what I've kind of taken away from these projects is that number one, audience is important. I think number two, that when you are planning, data teams, achievement, leadership team meetings, things like that, you need to kind of consider all the questions that you're going to get, but also consider your audience, and also consider who, what information they already know as well. So, all right, thank you.